National Police Week is a time dedicated to the men and women of law enforcement who have made the ultimate sacrifice. The surviving families and coworkers of these heroes travel to Washington, D.C. to attend incredible events such as the Peace Officers Memorial Service and the Candlelight Vigil to honor their fallen loved ones. At the C.O.P.S National Police Survivors Conference, the promise is made that your officer will never be forgotten. At this conference, survivors are surrounded by other survivors who have walked a similar path. Young survivors attend the Kids Teens program and end up meeting others just like them, who become friends for life. Magic happens at this conference. That magic is the heart of the C.O.P.S organization. That magic is the peer support of survivors helping survivors, serving as a much-needed reminder that you are not alone.
Hi, I'm Diane Bernhardt, Executive Director of Concerns of Police Survivors. I would love nothing more than to be meeting with each and every one of you in Washington, D.C. during Police Week. With the strange turn of events during the past few months, we wanted to do our best to make sure that you know the support available to you through C.O.P.S, even virtually for the time being. Next year, when you attend the National Police Survivors Conference during National Police Week on May 14th and 16th, you will see what we call the Memory Board at the C.O.P.S Hotel. This board offers a space for you to write messages to or about your officers. You will find survivors stopping at the board not only to leave messages, but also to spend time reading others' messages. When National Police Week is over, the Memory Board travels back to the C.O.P.S National Office where it hangs for the following year. It is one of the staff's most influential reminders of why we do what we do. We stop by the Memory Board often to be inspired by your stories. Please join us for this virtual Memory Board interactive event that features the faces, names, and end-of-watch dates of those heroes that we are honoring. Some survivors have provided additional photos and voice messages in memory of these men and women. Others have opted not to. Both are okay. At C.O.P.S, we know that everyone grieves differently, and we embrace you on your journey, whatever that may be. This is intended to be an interactive event, which means you're encouraged to leave messages for your family and for your fellow survivors about your officer, or a message of support to the families of these heroes. We are all in this together. Let's show them our support. Your comments will be captured to create a memory board for the National Office for the upcoming year.
Hi, I'm Emilio Miares, C.O.P.S National President. I have grown up with C.O.P.S after my dad, Hialeah Motorman Emilio Fidel Miares, was shot and killed in the line of duty on November 6, 1986. I'm a true testament to how C.O.P.S has helped me and my family heal. Each year we go to National Police Survivors Conference, and my family and I write messages to my dad. My daughters write messages to their grandpa police they've never met, and we read other messages from kids. Some 7 years old like I was, telling their moms and dads that they love them and miss them. And just like that, they become part of our family, the C.O.P.S family. You have been to many memorials events in honor of your officer, but C.O.P.S is about you, the survivors of our heroes, and it's about hope. Today, we tell of 185 officers who sacrificed so much. Although this memory board is virtual, please know you are surrounded by survivors across this nation. The C.O.P.S regional trustees will share a bit of their advice from their own journeys as they read some of the shared reflection of these heroes. I look forward to the day I am able to sit with each of you and get to know your families, because other survivors, like me, have survived and even thrived on our grief journeys. You can too. Your stories deserve to be told, and your officers would always be remembered by C.O.P.S. As Diane said, we're all in this together. I look forward to reading your memories in the interactive comments during this Memory Board of Heroes. Thank you for being with us.
I'm Joyce Kramer, National Trustee of the Northwest Region. I am a surviving mother of West Yellowstone, Montana police officer Patrick Kramer. End of watch, October 22nd, 2006. Your C.O.P.S family is here to help you take the first steps in healing. These officers are being honored in my region.
My husband was my best friend and love of my life.
My dad is the best in the whole entire world. I love you, Dad, so much, to my heart. Daddy, you are the best dad in the whole entire world. I miss you, I love you, and I'll never forget about you.
Katie says, Justin is the love of my life. He was a devoted husband, a proud and loving father, a witty son, protective brother, an adventurous nephew and grandson, a favorite uncle, an outspoken friend to many, and an outstanding deputy sheriff.
My husband was my absolute best friend, and he embodied everything it took to be a deputy. He was righteous, fair, loyal, and he answered his calling each and every day with a smile on his face to do what's right.
To experience the gift of having a person whose unfailing encouragement, limitless love, and unwavering support is a blessing that words cannot fully describe. Thank you, Dad, for being our protector and enriching our lives with your presence and love. We will carry our memories of you with us always. We love you and miss you.
When a police officer is killed, it's not just an agency that loses an officer. It is an entire nation.
I am Pilar Orellana, National Trustee of the Southwest Region. I am surviving daughter of Special Agent John Orellana of the Immigration and Naturalization Service. I've grown up with cops, so reach out your hand and let us pull you up. These are the officers honored in my region.
Stacy says Robert was a great husband and father and will be missed very much.
Hi, I'm Linda Lee. I'm Jim's wife. I'm missing Jim a lot, especially in these uncertain times.
I am Robin Lee. I am the daughter of Fallen Officer Gene W. Lee. I just want to thank Mike, Sheriff Penzone, MCSO, as well as the rest of the community for the outpour of support. Happy National Police Week.
Jocelyn says, my husband Paul always dreamed of being a police officer and passionately served his community for 23 years. He was the love of my life, a good father, and loved being a grandpa.
My husband was the absolute love of my life and the most incredible man. He was an amazing husband and an even better dad. He loved our little boy with absolutely everything he had, from waking up with him at night to always wanting to hold him. Clayton would have done anything for anyone. It was always his dream to serve and protect his community. He is greatly missed by all.
Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God.
This is our hero, Officer Natalie Becky Corona from the Davis Police Department, badge number 224. She was killed in the line of duty on January 10th, 2019.
Although her love for law enforcement was cut short, she will be remembered by many.
And she will always be our oldest sister and our biggest hero.
We love you, Nat!
Evil is powerless if the good are unafraid.
Juan was an all-in type of guy. He loved playing baseball and would practice and practice to be good. By 12 or 13, he realized if you want something, you have to work to buy it. Juan's life dream was to be an LAPD officer. Juan, you will always be in our hearts. Love, Rocio, Candelario, Sarai, and Anai. Brian was a dedicated father, husband, son, brother, friend, and deputy. He lived his life with love, laughter, and kindness to others. He gave his life while doing what he loved. He will be missed by all who knew him and forever remembered by the community for his sacrifice and dedication. Katie.
You were a wonderful husband, dad, son, brother, and papa. You worked hard every day to give us a good life and home. I was blessed to have you in my life. My sweet husband, not a day goes by that I don't miss you. Love you forever.
You're my hero, Dad. I wish he could be here with us. I love you twice that much.
My husband was my best friend and my adventure companion.
Tara O'Sullivan was devoted to her family and friends, dedicated to serving others, an incredibly fierce competitor. She lived her life large and full of love. Skidamarink a dink a dink. Tara, we will always love you and miss you.
Our mother was able to demonstrate to the world how big her heart truly was. She will be remembered by one word, and one word only: beautiful. It's who she was as a person and how she made others feel. Her infectious smile changed the world. The world did not change her. With love, your family.
Our Officer Joe was the best son, brother, husband, father,
uncle, and friend. He will be forever in our hearts till we meet again.
I'm Ashley Hardy Byers, National Trustee of the Western Region. I cover the states of Colorado, New Mexico, and Texas. I am the surviving spouse of Plano, Texas motor officer Wes Hardy. End of watch, July 7th, 2007. Our twin daughters were just 3 years old when Wes was killed. C.O.P.S truly helped us rebuild our shattered lives. We are here to do the same for the surviving families and co-workers of these heroes. These are the officers honored in my region.
My son was so dedicated to his job as a Colorado highway patrolman, I wonder if he would have ever retired if he lived. He had a good job and future, was well liked in his computer job, and was happy to take a 50% cut in pay to fulfill his dream of serving and helping. Howard.
My husband, Master Trooper William Modane, was the love and light of my life and will forever be our family's hero.
Only a life lived in service of others is worth living.
No person was ever honored for what they received. They were honored for what they gave.
We don't know them all, but we owe them all.
AJ was the son of God, father to Elijah, and a community leader, the Castaneda family.
When a police officer is killed, it's not just an agency that loses an officer. It's an entire nation.
Our officer was Deputy Chris Dickerson. He was the most amazing man we had ever known. We love and miss you.
I love you, Daddy, and I wish you were here with us.
My husband Joey was my high school sweetheart, my best friend, and the love of my life.
My dad always knew how to make me laugh.
My dad is my one true hero, and I miss him every day.
He was a man of integrity and honor. He will forever be missed.
Dave was my great husband who had a great sense of humor. We laughed, read a book, listened to music, gardened, hiked, and traveled together. We never hesitated to say sorry, thank you, and love you to each other. Dave loved his job, and I always respect and honor his dedicated almost 35 years as a cop. Michelle.
Hayden is sadly missed by his dad, mom, family, friends, and brothers and sisters in blue. He loved life and was one of a kind, full of caring and compassion with a big smile that lit up a room, and loved serving the community where he was raised and respected.
Marissa says, "It was an honor to be your wife. We will forever miss you and honor you. Heaven is so lucky to have you."
Our son Matt was a very kind person and always had a smile on his face, and he loved the outdoors very much. We miss him dearly. Our hearts are still shattered from losing him from our lives. We are ever so proud of him, and we can't wait until we see him again one day. We love you, Matt, and we will always cherish your memory, son. Love, Mom and Dad.
A hero is somebody who voluntarily walks into the unknown.
Christina says, "My husband lived a short life, but he lived it fully. Being a police officer was his dream. Being Cuso's partner was his goal. Being Mia's dad was his greatest love. We did not accomplish everything we had planned in our 5-year marriage, but we got to experience a love like no other. He will be greatly missed."
Brian was an amazing son, brother, husband, and father who lived his life doing what he loved to do. Amanda.
My daddy is the best deputy.
My dad is a very brave soldier.
He is our hero, our angel. We love you.
Peggy says, "My husband Rusty was the love of my life. He loved his family so much. He lit up a room with his smile and the way he treated everyone with respect. He really cared about people. He wanted them to make a better life for themselves. His job was not easy, but he enjoyed it and made a positive impact on many lives. He is greatly missed.
It is not how these officers died that made them heroes. It is how they lived.
Kayla touched and helped so many people in her short time on earth. But even in death, she continues to watch over and protect all of us. We love you and we will honor your memory until we see each other again. Tracy and Caden.
I'm Dana Evans, National Trustee of the Central Plains Region. I am the surviving daughter of Sergeant Dave L. Sandler of the Indianapolis Police Department. End of watch, June 4, 1986. Always remember, grief does not have a time limit or a roadmap, and you do not need to do it alone. We are here. These are the officers being honored in my region.
We miss our mom's infinite love and wisdom. We strive to carry on her spirit every day. The Schroers family.
Heroes are made by the path they choose, not the powers they are graced with.
Only a life lived in service of others is worth living.
Our dad was tough, but he had the biggest heart.
They say never to meet your heroes because you'll end up disappointed. Well, I had the chance to be raised by mine and he never disappointed.
Our dad, Chief Wayne Niedenberg, was a police officer before we were born. That's just where his heart was. The things we remember most about him are his ability to be extremely professional and respectful, as well as being quite the practical joker, inspiring a lot of laughs. Love, Corey and Matt.
We miss you very much. Love, Linda.
He served his country and his state. He was a family man who was a hero to his children and all those around him, and the love of his wife's life.
John always put the needs of others first. He is deeply missed and loved by his family. John always enjoyed the holidays because he was surrounded by family. That meant a lot, John. We miss you, Shelley.
I miss the love of my life, my husband, best friend, and father of our children.
Blessed to have been able to love and be loved by the most amazing husband, father, and grandfather.
I'm Mary Carmichael, National Trustee with the South Central Region. I am the surviving spouse of Sergeant Monty Carmichael with the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. End of watch, November 16, 2008. Please trust those of us who have walked in your footsteps. These are the officers honored in my region.
Will was an amazing man, husband, father, son, brother, uncle, and mostly hero. We love him and miss him every day. Buckner family.
To Sergeant Carter, we love and miss you very much. We will continue to honor your legacy. Love, the Carter family. Daddy, you are our hero. We love and miss you so much. Love, Anna. Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the judgment that something else is more important than fear.
My dearest JJ, you are a joy to be around and we continue to miss you. Love, your family. My husband, to death do we part, the love of my life next to Jesus Christ. The times we shared together were delightful. I will keep you in my memory forever. And the smile on your face will last forever in my heart. Until we meet in heaven, Johnny.
Sean Tudor was a beloved husband, son, brother, cousin, uncle, friend, doggy daddy, and so much more. His bravery and heroism will never be forgotten. We miss his jokes and laughter every day. Love always.
The wicked flee when no one pursues, but the righteous are as bold as a lion.
Heroes are made by the path they choose, not the powers they are graced with.
Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God.
My husband was my best friend and the love of my life.
My dad is my hero and my North Star.
My father was the greatest person to get advice from. His words of wisdom will be with me forever. I am forever grateful. Thank you, Dad.
Dad is the reason why I am the man I am today. So Dad, hoorah.
He was my best friend and the person that I went to for everything.
My dad was my best friend and my biggest hero. My dad was my coach in life and mentor.
My dad was my cheerleader throughout my whole life, and I miss him every day.
Was everyone's favorite drinking buddy.
Cheers!
Although your time was short, your impact was massive. You left your mark on everyone. I am blessed to have had the opportunity to be your mother. Despite the hurt of losing you, I know you're gone because God needed you back. I will always hold you in my heart since God now is holding you in his arms. Lakeitha. We miss and love you. Continue to watch over us. Until we meet again, your wife, Crystal.
Forever our blue angel, Tracy.
Stephen was not only the love of my life, he was my soulmate. He will be greatly missed until we meet again.
My dad was the definition of what family means to me.
Dad was the kind of guy that would give his life for his family and never expect thanks in return. He was a big man, with a big personality, and an even bigger heart, and I think about him every day.
Ray was the baby brother in our family, but most of all, he was my best friend. We would talk on the phone for hours, and I loved hearing his voice and his laugh. I wish I could hear that just one more time.
Dad, you will forever be my hero. You made me who I am today. My heart aches for you every day. You taught me to love with all my might and to help others in need. You may physically not be here, but you live through so many people. Love, your daughter, Amy Lynn. We don't know them all, but we owe them all.
Real heroes don't wear capes. They wear badges.
Man of God, loving husband and father who is missed beyond words. My best friend and hero. Love, Lisa.
Anita says, my husband Monty was the love of my life. He loved his family and his job as Pawnee County Undersheriff dearly.
No matter the place, time, or circumstances, he will always be the love of my life and my soul's other half. He was a man like no other. He believed in us, protected us, and loved us unconditionally. We will carry him and his lessons forward with us always. Love, C.O.P.S, and the kids.
Hero, an ordinary person facing extraordinary circumstances and acting with courage, honor, and self-sacrifice.
Thinks my daddy loves me, and I love his husband, I love his gifts, and I love him, and he loves me too, and he loves my dress.
Nicholas gave 110% to everything he did. He has 2 kids that were his world. Nicholas was a problem solver. He never heard the word no. If you said no, he heard, find a different way, and he would continue to move forward. He always did just that. His kids, family, friends, and I love and miss him tremendously. Tanya.
Matt has always been a fighter. He had an extremely contagious smile, and he was always making people laugh. He loved being a Tennessee Highway Patrol trooper. He made us proud protecting the people of Tennessee. We are so thankful we will see him again in heaven because he asked Jesus to be his Savior, and he gave testimony to that. Until we see you again, Christy.
The thin blue line is stronger than the seed of evil that is planting itself.
Forever on our hearts and always on our minds, we miss you and love you always.
Deborah will forever be missed and loved by everybody. One life lived, many lives touched. Our loss is felt by many hearts. Love, your family.
My husband was the love of my life, who I miss more than words can begin to explain every single day. He not only was my husband, but he was my best friend, and you just could not help to love him because he was just such an awesome person, and he is missed by so many people.
Hi, I'm Nancy Hetrick. I'm the Midwest trustee for the National C.O.P.S Board. I have the honor of serving Michigan, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, and West Virginia. I'm a surviving co-worker of Pulaski County, Indiana Sheriff Deputy Shadron Bassett. Shad's end of watch was October 7th of 2005. I have been involved with C.O.P.S for several years now, and I can promise you that we always have your six. The following are the officers being honored in my area this year.
The wicked flee when no one pursues, but the righteous are as bold as a lion.
My dad is State Trooper Alice, and I love him with all my heart. And at school, I don't have my dad there with me when everyone else's dad is there. I love my dad. My daddy's name is Nick Hopkins, and I like to ride the game. I want him to fly.
Robert says Brooke was my love and my soulmate. She is a daughter, sister, wife, stepmom, grandmother, and friend that will be forever missed and loved. Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the judgment that something else is more important than fear.
Christopher's daughter Haley said, "Our dada is our hero and we miss him so much. We know he's with us every day."
David was a 27-year veteran of law enforcement, loving father to his children and the love of a lifetime to his wife Donna, the only son of Paul and Rosie Hewitt. He was the voice of reason and his words could calm most situations. An avid outdoorsman, he loved to write and draw about his experiences as a traditional bow hunter. He was a true friend and is sadly missed.
My husband was my best friend, and he made every single day so much brighter. Our daughter, who just turned 1, is still a daddy's girl, and I know misses him every day.
When a police officer is killed, it's not just an agency that loses an officer, it's an entire nation.
A family born not from a bloodline, but bonded in life by a blue one.
Bill's dedication to police work was unquestionable, his devotion to his family immeasurable, his battle with death indomitable. Kathy.
Our hero was an amazing husband, father, son, papa, who will be forever loved, missed, and in our hearts. Rest in heaven, my love, till I see you again.
To
Detective William Lee Brewer Jr. was my husband, my true love, and my best friend. We were blessed to share our lives with this brave hero. My son and I miss him more than words could ever say.
My husband was a hero to many others as well as mine. He was the love of my life and forever will be. Love, Kathy.
A hero is someone who understands the degree of responsibility that comes with freedom.
Hi, I'm Leslie Stewart. I'm the National Trustee for the Northeast region. I'm also the surviving spouse of late NYPD Detective Dylan Stewart. End of watch, November 28, 2005. Through the Concern to Police Survivors, my daughters and I have met our best friends who've become family. You too have so many people waiting to lift you up. These are the line of duty officers being honored from my region.
My brother Stephen Ketchum was a true American hero, always serving the greater good, but still very humble, smart, funny, and kind. He meant the world to us, and we miss him dearly.
Matthew was born on Mother's Day. I am so proud of the man you became. We miss you so much every day. Ride easy on that Harley in the clouds. Love Mom, Caroline, Nick, Isabella, Dan, Aaron, and family.
Ben was loyal. He had the sweetest heart. He was kind, strong, smart, so funny, determined, hardworking, and had a smile that could light up any room. He was our hero far before his end of watch, and always will be. We love you forever, Daddy.
Yeah, Daddy.
Miss you.
Miss you. Miss you, Daddy.
Michelle says, my husband, Charles, was the strongest and most courageous man I have ever known.
A hero is any person really intent on making this a better place for all people.
In valor there is hope.
Kathleen said, our son Billy was the light in our life. He called us every day. His favorite holiday was Thanksgiving. He loved his family and his country. He called it for what it was. He made us proud and he made us laugh. He loved us and we loved him.
Hero. An ordinary person facing extraordinary circumstances and acting with courage, honor, and self-sacrifice.
The bond of the Blue family cannot be broken.
Thank you, Dad, for making the ultimate sacrifice and for always putting your family first. We love and miss you. Think about you often.
Today I'd like to honor my late husband, Police Officer Paul Pallas. Paul was not only my protector, he's also my guardian angel. And there's no day passing by without me thinking of him.
I love you so much, Daddy, and he's our hero and our angel.
Deborah says, his greatest joy was his family.
Hi, I'm Deputy Chief Thomas Burns, Commanding Officer of NYPD's Family Assistance Section. Unfortunately, due to the coronavirus pandemic, we will not be traveling down to Washington, D.C. to attend the National Police Week that would be honoring your loved ones' sacrifice and service. But please remember and take comfort that here at the Family Assistance Section, we will be thinking of you and your family through these difficult times. So on behalf of Police Commissioner Shea and the rest of the Family Assistance Section, please stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you.
Brian was the most beautiful husband, father, friend, and man. He was kind, generous, selfless, strong, fearless, and had the most wonderful sense of humor. Our children and their happiness came first in his life. He will forever be in our thoughts and our hearts. You are missed more than words could ever express. Love, Jerry Ann.
A hero is an ordinary individual who finds the strength to persevere in spite of overwhelming obstacles.
I think about Scott every single day. He was a great friend and a great brother. Since he was 8 years old, he always wanted to be a police officer. He cherished every day of his 21-year NYPD career. Blackshaw family and friends.
A hero is someone who has given his or her life to something bigger than oneself.
Heroes are made by the path they choose, not the powers they are graced with.
A true police officer fights not because she hates what's in front of her, but because she loves who stands behind her.
A true hero is not measured by the size of his strength, but by the strength of his heart.
My husband, Chris, was my strength. He was the wind beneath my wings.
My dad was my best friend. There isn't a day that goes by that I don't miss hugging him or telling him about my day.
My dad was incredible, and I'm so grateful that I had the chance to say goodbye to him. But there was no real way for me to say thank you for all the things he did, for me, for my family, and for our city. The only way to say thank you is to keep his legacy alive.
He loved his family, and he also loved his job and being on the boats. Evelyn.
Michael was a 20-year veteran of the NYPD and thoroughly enjoyed every minute of it. Big Mike, as he was known in his lifelong neighborhood of Long Beach, New York, lived his life by the mantra he coined, "It's nice being nice." Joanne.
Act as if what you do makes a difference. It does.
My husband Keith was my love and my best friend. He was the ultimate family man, runner, the life of every party, always making people smile and laugh. We miss him so very much. Keep running your marathon in heaven.
John was a loving husband, father, son, brother, father-in-law, grandfather, uncle, great-uncle, and friend. We know you and Nicole are watching over us. You will never be forgotten. Love, the Ferrari family.
We miss you, Eddie. You will always be our inspiration and in our hearts. Love always, Patty.
Real heroes don't wear capes. They wear badges.
In valor there is hope.
Our son loved God and country and was a generous friend. Love, Dad.
A family born not from a bloodline, but bonded in life by a blue one.
Heroes are made by the path they choose, not the powers they are graced with.
The bond of the Blue family cannot be broken.
A hero is any person really intent on making this a better place for all people.
A hero is someone who has given his or her life to something bigger than oneself.
NYPD Sergeant Mark Lawler, the Irish-Polish Catholic son of Flatbush. Everyone loved having a beer and laughing with Mark. He loved studying history, loved Mets, Miami Dolphins, playing golf with Danny, traveling the world with me, our Florida home next to his partner Jimmy Robinson, all his family, his friends, his sister Allison and the boys like his own, and me, the love of his life, Mary.
We don't know them all, but we owe them all.
Tommy was and will always be the love of my life. He was my best friend and an amazing father and friend to our two boys. He was our very own Superman. We ache for him, we miss him, we pray to him, we cherish him, and we love him every single day.
Only a life lived in service of others is worth living.
Greater love has no one than this, that he should lay down his life for his friends.
Robert was so special to everyone. He was a wonderful son, a brother, a dad, and especially he loved being Papa to his 4 grandchildren. I miss him so much. Everybody does. I lost my best friend. I lost my husband. I lost everything the day he passed away. We miss you, sweetheart.
A true police officer fights not because he hates what's in front of him, but because he loves who stands behind him.
Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Steve was a lifetime public servant, and so many lives are better today because of the way that he lived his life. We miss you, Anne.
God found some of the strongest women and made them police officers.
The wicked flee when no one pursues, but the righteous are as bold as a lion.
Brian was a man of incredible courage, bravery, caring, commitment, and a passion to serve and protect. Brian was devoted to his family and community. He was known for the respect he gave others, his intelligence, love for children, music, humor, and genuine nature. He will always be remembered and eternally loved. The Mulkeen family.
He lived his dream, always wanted to be a police officer. Now he is protecting and serving up in heaven. He lived life his way, had a good heart, and love for knowledge. Jay, you are always in our hearts and thoughts. We love and miss you. Offner family and friends.
NYPD, proud U.S. Marine Corps veteran, 2 tours in Vietnam, decorated Purple Heart recipient, NYC medic, husband, and father. It is foolish to mourn the death of men. It is more fitting that we express gratefulness that they lived. Barbara.
Philip was a beloved husband, a loving father, and a devoted papa. The NYPD has truly lost a dedicated member of its family, Angela.
Only a life lived in service of others is worth living.
Phil Perry was my husband and a great dad. We will miss you.
Evil is powerless if the good are unafraid.
Police Officer James V. Quinn worked for the Nassau County Police Department for over 30 years. He lived life fully and loved deeply. He is missed by all. JQ, always remembered, never forgotten.
My husband was the rock in our family. We miss him every day. Jeanette.
It is not how these officers died that made them heroes. It is how they lived.
A hero is someone who understands the degree of responsibility that comes with freedom.
A hero is any person really intent on making this a better place for all people.
He was a great husband, best friend, and soulmate. He was a charismatic leader who dedicated his life to serving others. Love, Ingrid.
Brian was my best friend, my soulmate, my everything. Words alone cannot describe how much I love and miss him.
Greater love has no one than this, that she should lay down her life for her friends.
Manny, you are missed by your son, brother and sister, niece and nephew, and everyone that loves you. Take care of our Queen in heaven. Love, your family.
A family born not from a bloodline, but bonded in life by a blue one. Wade, a loving husband, father, stepfather, father-in-law, son, brother, and grandfather, you are ever so loved and missed. You are our guardian angel. Love, your family.
The McAllister family will always remember and be richer for the fun-loving, selfless, and encouraging way he filled our lives with so much love as a husband, father, and pappy.
I'm Hector Dinamo, National Trustee of Atlantic Region. I am the surviving father of D.C. Metropolitan Police Officer Paul Dinamo, end of watch October 30th, 2010. The support available to you and your family is endless. We are all just a phone call or email away to connect with you. These are the officers honored in my region.
The expression, "I can't," was not something you could say to others, and we are so proud of you for it. You are one of our rays of sunshine that has stopped glowing. We miss you so very much. Your mom, Aline.
Our son, brother, uncle, friend, and hero is truly missed. Kim.
Gina says, I'm going to miss how he always made me laugh every day and the songs he used to sing to me. Kim says, my son was a great man who overcame many challenges in his life. I was so proud of him for conquering those challenges and accomplishing his dream of becoming a deputy. I'm glad I was able to tell him how proud of him I am and that I love him.
Jordan's impact on our lives in his 32 years on earth could not be summed up in words. We are heartbroken without him here, but look forward to the day we are reunited. Love, Carson.
Bravery is not the absence of fear, but action in the face of it.
Rebecca said, somehow Lucas would just make those small, ordinary moments the ones that you want to remember. We are blessed to have had such an amazing man in our lives.
My husband will always be the man of my dreams and the love of my life. Dad, thank you for teaching me to be the best of myself. Love, the Kahn family.
Rich says Michelle passed serving our country as a U.S. Air Marshal. She was a loyal, loving, service-oriented person like most public servants. She enjoyed anything outdoors, spending time with friends, loved ones, and her dogs. She will be missed.
I'm Holly Reed, National Trustee of the Southeast Region. I'm the surviving spouse of Dixie County, Florida, Sheriff's Captain Chad Reed Sr. End of watch, January 14, 2010. When my boys and I lost Chad, faith, family, and hope got us through. Hope is what C.O.P.S provides. These are the officers honored in my region.
My husband, Stephen Brown, was the love of my life, my best friend, my whole world. He was an amazing father to Nicholas and Isabella.
My brother was my best friend and the best cop I have ever known. I will always miss our times together. Michael.
14 months ago, I lost my husband, Stephen Greco. For me, I always believe that he's that kind of person that's too good for this earth. So God have to take him away to be on his side.
When a police officer is killed, it's not just an agency that loses an officer. It's an entire nation.
In valor, there is hope.
I want everybody to know that my daddy is a police officer and police officers help people. And I want them to know that. And my daddy was a police officer too. He helped people.
Hero, an ordinary person facing extraordinary circumstances and acting with courage, honor, and self-sacrifice.
A hero is someone who has given his or her life to something bigger than oneself.
Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the judgment that something else is more important than fear.
I miss you, Daddy, and I love you so much.
Spencer was an amazing husband, son, grandson, brother, and uncle. He loved his career and coworkers with his whole heart, with such an infectious love for life. Ashley.
My husband Cecil has been and will always be the love of my life. He was an amazing husband, a wonderful father. He loved his family, his work family, and especially his children, Alexis, Dominique, Daphne, Jessica, Sierra, and Christian. We'll love you always and forever.
A family born, not from a bloodline, but bonded in life by a blue one.
Michaela had a huge smile that would light up the room and big blue eyes that took your breath away. We miss her great big hugs. She loved people, conversation, family, and friends. She had a degree in criminal justice and psychology, believing in justice, but with a heart of compassion for those who made mistakes. So until we see you again, our sweet daughter, our love, our light, we miss you, Michaela Elizabeth Smith.
Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the judgment that something else is more important than fear.
The definition of hero: an ordinary person facing extraordinary circumstances and acting with courage, honor, and self-sacrifice. A hero is someone who understands the degree of responsibility that comes with the freedom.
Hi, I am Cheryl Schultz, and I am the immediate past president of Concerns of Police Survivors. I am also the surviving spouse of Pewaukee, New Mexico tribal police officer Kevin Schultz. His end of watch was August 17, 2002. These officers were husbands and wives. They were fathers and mothers. They were sons and daughters. They were brothers and sisters. These officers were co-workers and they were friends. These officers, though, were heroes, and they will never be forgotten. And you're a survivor. And you are not alone. Your C.O.P.S family is waiting and looking forward to embracing you soon.
C.O.P.S is a place where strangers become friends and friends become family.
When you meet others who get it, your path to healing will be a lot easier.
You all have so many people that are waiting to hear your story. Let you hear ours and begin healing together.
C.O.P.S now has your back. Please reach out to us. We're here for you.
You will laugh again. A lot.
We're all here for you today, tomorrow, and next.
You should know that C.O.P.S has your back. Our love and support is never ending. Hang in there, folks.
I hope the new survivors hearing these messages will take time to heal. And when you get to the point where you believe you can help others, that you will understand you can make a tremendous difference in our troubled world by dedicating your efforts to your fallen officers' selfless sacrifice.
Pinning that badge on their chest was a risk your officer didn't have to take. And yet, every day, they wore it. They stepped out of their safe home and faced whatever dangers came their way. They had a choice, and they chose to meet those dangers head on. But they weren't alone. Law enforcement within their department and all around this country supported them. They watch each other's backs. They are part of the Blue family. We know you often feel alone. The grief can be unbearable, and you have to make the choice to get up every day and face it. But know that you and your family are not alone. You are one of more than 52,000 survivors across the nation grieving the loss of your loved one. We can't make the pain go away, but we can help you get up every morning and face it. Not only are you surrounded by survivors, but there is another group who love and support you, the Blue family. These officers who served every day with your loved one and continue to serve every day across this great nation. There is always someone there to support you. And these officers are here to tell you themselves.
We are the law enforcement officers
of the United States of America.
And we promise that you will never be alone.
And your officer will never be forgotten.
We know the tragedy you experience is difficult.
But we will be there through thick and thin.
Because you.
Because you.
Because you.
And because you are our Blue family.
Thank you for sharing your memories with us. Your heroes will never be forgotten by your C.O.P.S family.